Hey Kevin.
Hey Jessica, how are you?
Very good to see you. I really appreciate you driving out here to check out our Fort Worth location. This is actually the oldest continuously owned by the same owner dealership for Isuzu in the state of Texas. So we talked about what you are currently driving is a Class 5 truck. You've got your Ford F550 and you have a 16-foot box,
Right.
and we're looking at possibly going up to a 26-foot box. So what I am introducing you is the Isuzu FTR. This is actually a Class 6 truck.
Okay.
Class 6, you don't need a CDL, so the gross vehicle weight rating is 25,950. So on this truck, you can carry a capacity for your payload a little over 16,000. So with your Ford, you actually have a conventional, so it's kind of got a nose. This is actually a cab over design. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So I'm going to have you sit in here in the driver's seat. I'll go over that a little bit. All right. Okay. All right.
Love the smell of the new car.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin, so this is actually the cab. As you can see, we're actually sitting on top of the engine versus sitting behind it. If you'll look down, you can actually see, and it's only about 8 feet down to the ground versus a conventional truck, which is usually about 14 to 20 feet with your engine in front of you. So you've got great visibility. You got a panoramic windshield, so that way you can see. It also helps whenever you need to stop faster. Your imprint of the truck is less. So you save about 4 to 5 feet without having that on the front.
Right.
We actually have your multi-information display. The seat, they come standard. That one's air suspension, and it has a tilt and telescopic steering wheel. That way, any driver that gets in, they can actually make it to where they fit properly. Our mirrors, they're actually memory, so if you push them back and pull them back out, they'll actually go back to where they were. Another option is actually you can get remote control and heated mirrors. That way, if you're driving down the road and realize that your mirror isn't properly adjusted, you can adjust that as well. We also have these, this is equipped with the upgraded 7-inch touchscreen. It's in color. When you add a backup camera or a backup alarm, it'll actually display that whenever you're in reverse. I know your drivers, they probably do a little bit of paperwork while they're out on the road. So if you'll look here, this is 3-row seating, 3 people. You can actually have seating for 3 people, but also during the day, this is also their workstation, so you can make this in a mobile office. You can see there's plenty of storage behind each seat. You've got room for lunch,
You can take a nap here.
take a nap. I don't know if you like your employees sleeping on business hours, but or they can sleep during lunch. You've also got overhead storage as well, and you've also got your glove box. And another option for an upgrade is Mobileye. Mobileye actually is a passive alert system that'll notify your driver if, in the case of a collision, or also lane departure. So if they're leaving the lane, or if, notify them. It's passive, so it won't do it for them, but it will notify them. So why don't we take a look on the outside of the cab, and I'll go a little bit of the specs out there. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'll do of the front. Okay. All right, so Kevin, I'm going to start off on the outside and the front. As you can see in the top, we have the rooftop the roof channels that'll actually pull water away from your windshield versus in the front. You've got your amber colored shock mounted bulbs. There's actually 3 windshield wipers versus 2, and they're actually wet arm wipers versus, and they have an intermittent feature, which will actually, whenever you press water, the water's coming from the wiper, not from the bottom of the windshield, so that'll help as well. And then you have your LED lights, driving lights, daytime driving lights, as well as your headlights. That comes standard. There is an upgrade option for all of your lights to become LED. That would be all the lights, interior and exterior. That's the LED package. On the front, you can see this grille. It's actually a matte color. There's also an option to upgrade it and make it grill if you want to get a little bougie with your truck. We've got a steel frame mounted bumper along with 2 mounted tow hooks. Here is what we call the front panel. It's kind of like your front hood. Gives service, easy access to the regular service items. You can actually prop this up.
Fluid and
Yes.
what else? Yes.
So that closes. We'll come back around here. As I mentioned, the mirrors, you can get heated, and remote control is an option. Also, you have your side view mirror. This is kind of like a curved mirror, so whenever you're parking, and also whenever you're backing up, it's you're able to look down on the driver's side. This will kind of give you that same visibility on your passenger side. Also, these are your cornering lights. Like I said, the upgrade package will make them LED. This is actually a hidden self-cleansing step. So whenever you get in, it'll do that. And it comes standards with floor mats. So if you do get any debris in there, it will help keep your investment clean. These are 22.5 size steel wheels. You can actually upgrade those to aluminum. I know that a weight is a huge thing for you, so the aluminum wheels will weigh a little less. Also over here we have our single stage air filter. If you'll notice, it's a snorkel that is vertical. It's pulling the air from the top, not from the bottom. So that helps with the longevity of your engine because it's pulling a cleaner air. Right here we have our dual battery. They come with the 750 CCA batteries. There is an option to upgrade to an 825 AGM battery. It also has a lockable box, so you can padlock that. I know there have been some thefts down in your area. Right here we have the after emission system. Actually, the Isuzu in 2011 was the first truck in the medium duty to actually make the emission system, and it eliminated 85% of the emissions. So they kind of started that trend. You can kind of see this is actually a 224 wheelbase to give you a 26-foot box size for your reefer. You'll notice the clean top of frame. Upfitters absolutely love that. It also has the all-wheel ABS brakes. And out here is your primary air tank. Over here you have your secondary air tank up top. It does come standard with the air brake. You can come around here. This axle in the back is actually rated at 19,000, and the front axle is rated at 11,000. And then in the back, as I mentioned, you can upgrade the backup camera as well as the backup alarm. It does come with a weather pack. That's actually like a plug and play. So whenever your upfitters are wiring this and putting on your reefer, they're just gonna plug it in. They're not gonna have to use any electric tape or, strip any of the wires to get it going, which will help alleviate any of those shorts or any of the fuse busting because it wasn't hooked up properly. Okay, and we'll come around to the side. You can actually see this is actually equipped with the air rise suspension. That's really great, gives you a smoother ride. Come over here, like I said, this is a 224 wheelbase. It comes standard with a 100-gallon aluminum fuel tank. If you're concerned about the weight, we can always downsize that to a 50-gallon, so that way it gives you more of your payload capacity. We'll come around to the side. This right here is your DEF tank. It's 10 gallons. It is a heated tank for those 3 days and every 5 years that we have a snowstorm here in Dallas. And also you have the air heater. What I'd like to do now is show you why this thing is such a beast. Last year, Isuzu decided to partner with Cummins, a very well thought out name. So it partnered with Cummins, and this has a B6.7 intercooled turbocharged engine, 6-speed, has 260 horsepower with 660 pounds per foot of torque. To make it even better, it partnered up with Allison. Allison's another well sought out name. Allison, this has Allison 2550 RDS automatic transmission with part pro, so you will have a place for the part. Even though it does have an air brake, it also has where you can put it in park on your gear shift. Let's see, let me get this. And I'm female, so for me to be able to close that easy just shows you how easy it really is. So, and also Isuzu, one of the things that they pride themselves on is the low cost of ownership. So what they've done is they offer a priority service maintenance program. What that does is you prepay for all of your preventive maintenance, and it will give you today's pricing. We know prices are not going up, so you'll pay for that on today's rate versus any future rate hikes for however long the term on that you would like. Most people get the package that has like your next 8 visits. Also, you do have a 3-year unlimited mile warranty for Isuzu, Allison, and Cummins on all of that, on your powertrain. You can also extend that if you'd like, and I'll give you more details when we sit inside. So Isuzu has a finance. They have great rates. They know what their collateral is and what they're financing, so they're very comfortable on that. So they give you really good rates. So why don't we check that out when we go inside? But first, I want you to drive this bad boy. Okay. That way you can see the visibility, the maneuverability, and then be able to experience it for yourself. Sounds good?